Hi guys, it's Jackie from techjackie.com. Welcome to the video on SEO. First of all, if you're brand new to this channel, make sure you press the subscribe button below so when I release a new SEO video like this, you get notified. In today's SEO case study video, I'll go through with you recent case studies in which I was able to help this beauty clinic client or cosmetic client rank, basically go from 0 to 6,000 organic clicks per month on a brand new website. So in the case study, I will go through the project background, what I did, and essentially the overall result. Actually, the results you can already see here. This the website was started right around July in 2023, and then it's been growing ever since. And now we're getting like 6,000 visitors per month, right, from the organic traffic. As you can see, this is a live search console, so you can see that everything is not screenshot or anything. And there's a link to the case studies in the description below. I'll link it out, you can go and check it. So without further ado, let's get started. So here, just to give you a little bit of background of the project here, the client run a cosmetic clinic in Thailand. So they provide various services such as facial lasers, filler, weight loss treatment, and many more. Right? There's about I think 15 treatment programs that the client offers. They approached me after launching their new website. Uh, and their goal is to rank nationally in Google search results. So this is not a local project, it's a national website, and the goal was to rank for services as well as to rank for some of the information content like the blogs and all that, just to help create brand awareness. So the results you're seeing here comes from both the blogs, right, that the organic traffic from information content, as well as the service content here. And the website is built using WordPress, and they had been running Google ads and Facebook ads before approaching me. So after the client finished building up their website for about 2 months, then they came to me. But before that, they were running some Google ads and Facebook ads just to get some initial clients. And some of the challenges that we faced with the project is, number one, there were already some established competitors. So a lot of well-established cosmetic and aesthetic clinics were already ranking on Google with high EEAT and authority. So essentially, if you're not aware, this is a medical topic, right? It's a cosmetic, right? It deals with people health, people, overall general health, and therefore it requires some EEAT or experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness factors to rank. And there were already, a couple of big competitors ranking in Google search nationally for this keyword. Secondly, it's a brand new website, so it was just about 2 months old when we started on the SEO project for this. And third, it's a relatively competitive niche. Like I said, it's a medical topic, and medical topic or niche or topic that requires high EEAT as a whole is a fairly competitive niche overall, right? If you're aware of this, or you might have come across, so niches such as finance, health, wealth, right? All these kind of type of niches that needs high EEAT is a little bit more difficult than others. All right, so that's the background of the campaign, the challenges. Now let's see what I did with the website, right? The SEO for the website. First is the technical optimizations. Now here, the good thing here is the website is built using WordPress, so a lot of the technical aspects and stuff was already covered. Plus, it's not it's not an e-commerce website. It's just a simple service-based business with some blogs and all that. So not a lot of things that needs to be done, right? So a couple of things such as page speed and site structure optimization just needed to be done, and then we were good to go, essentially. So all the basic stuff that you might have already done, increasing the page speed, making sure that all the pages are organized in a strategy, in a very easy manner. All the pages are not located very deep, right? So we have like these drop downs that help users navigate through the website easily, something like that. After we finished with the technical optimization, we also moved to the on page. So first, the proper about us page was created. So essentially, just to reflect on the site structure, so we have like the home page, then we have like about us page, service, and then a bunch of service. We have like drop downs, and then all these are services. We have like certifications and rewards, and then we have like blogs, and then we have like contact us page. So essentially, this is like a very simple structure website. Then we arranged this, we group everything together. Then the next step was to optimize the about us page, right? Like I said, the website or the niche, the topic requires high EEAT. Therefore, we needed to craft out a very professional looking about us page. So the about us page would contain things such as the doctor's name, the doctor's education background, the medical experience, and the medical references. So we would have full doctor list here, the names, the educational background, their medical past experience, where they were associated, the hospital, etc., etc. Then we also have like certification and references. We also link out to a bunch of these high authority website or authority government website and certification website as well. So this kind of helps connect the dot, helps Google understand the overall kind of the EAT, right? Again, the of the doctors or the people behind the website. In total, there are like just about 2 or 3 doctors, so not a lot. It's not a big clinic or anything, so it wasn't anything complicated, right? And then after that, we moved to the traditional keyword research. So our goal, we already had a bunch of the service page defined and created. Like there are a total of about 15 services that the client offer. So all of these services were created as individual page to target different keywords. So for example, this can be like laser, facial laser keyword, right? So we target that and we create a page for that. This can be like a weight loss treatment keyword. Again, we created a service page for that, and then we target that. The main thing is going to be on the when it comes to keyword research is finding relevant blog topics or articles to write about. So in total, there are 4 categories of service that the client offer. So one I think is about laser, another one is weight loss, another one is I think filler. So there are different type of filler, treatment in there. So there are in total 4 categories of service that the client offer. So essentially in the blog section here, we would have like 4 categories created, and each category is obviously, you know, a reference or help the service in each of their categories. So what happens first, we define these categories, and then after that we move to the traditional keyword research. So we identify the relevant keywords or topics that people search for in each categories, and and start off writing the content, grouping the keywords together into different keyword categories and all that. So here we just use simple part of it came from the client directly in terms of the feedback or what they want to target, and then the remaining came from traditional keyword tool like Uber Suggest, Ahrefs, SEMrush, all that. You can just plug in your competitor's website, and then they'll spit out a bunch of keywords that the competitors are ranking for, and we use that as a base to get started, right? So that was the overall on-page strategy that we implemented. Apart from that, once we have all these articles planned and the site structure ready, now it's just a matter of optimizing each article or each page using the right techniques, right? So some of the on-page strategies or techniques involved in optimizing these pages are things such as placing more important content higher up on the page. So making sure that you have your main keywords and other semantically relevant keywords high up on the page is important for Google to understand what the page is about. So when we do an on page, the first thing is, let's say this is a content, right? We are now approaching to optimizing individual page. So let's say on the top we have like the title tag, the H1, right? And then we have the introduction. So this is where we place important keywords and stuff in the H1 in the first paragraph. So we try to place higher important content or keyword up on the page. The higher the better. That helps Google understand what the page is about. Then we also do things such as sentence level optimization using semantically relevant keywords. So every sentence on the page, we make sure that we optimize them fully using relevant keywords, right? For this, I have my own tools, my own on-page SEO tools that I use for my own service, and I also shared with the SEO coaching client service, right? So if you're interested in taking your SEO knowledge to the next level, then you can come to me, and I have an SEO coaching program or training program. In there, I also share the tool with my clients, my student as well. But essentially, you can also use simple on-page tools such as Surfer SEO or any other on-page tools to help you come up or reverse engineer and check for relevant words that your competitors are using and try to optimize them in the sentence. So every sentence matters. Next, we also check out the keyword count and variation. So making sure that I use or I have the right frequency of each keyword or each word on the page. So for example, the word laser here, I make sure to check the competitors average and see how many times I should use the word. There's also things such as over optimization. So using certain words too many can lead to over optimization as well. Which again, all this is not fluff. It has been tested. I can prove you that. But again, just to keep things simple in this video and not too deep, you can again use tools such as Surfer SEO that tells you how many times you need to use the keyword. There's really no hard rule for this at the end of the day, right? The thing here is you might want to keep this a little bit lower than the average to avoid over optimizations. We also do things like topic grouping and clustering. So as we keep on adding more blog posts, we also make sure to group all these topics and pages into buckets, right? So this way we have like different content, right? And then so like for example, let's say this is one of the categories. So let's say this is one of the categories, like let's say category 1. Let's say category 1 is weight loss here. So in the category of weight loss, we would have a bunch of topics around weight loss, right? So we would group them into things such as like in a very logical way. You can think of it like a pillar content and supporting content strategies. So we in the weight loss categories, we would have a bunch of these cluster of content, right? So these are like supporting content for each pillar, and then all these are internal linked properly, to help Googlebot understand kind of like the clusters or the group of content. And this helps arrange things in a very logical manner, very easy to understand for the bots as well as the users, right? So so this again helps improve the overall relevance of the categories or the topics for each of the website. We also make sure to use specific numbers, data points, and easy to digest language structure to communicate clearly to the algorithm. Again, this is part of how I write NLP friendly content, which is it's not something I reveal publicly or anything, but making sure that you use simple sentence structure, don't use difficult words, use numbers, use unique data point. All these help contribute or help the algorithm understand clearly what you're trying to communicate, right? So of course you want to write for the visitors, you want to write for the users, but you need to keep in mind how the algorithms or how the NLP algorithm works as well, right? So this is just a few pointers I can talk here. And then last thing is to research and structure the content according to the search intent deeply. So before we start writing any piece of content, we will research and do a thorough investigation of the intent, the search intent behind the queries. So we would try to suss out, okay, what for each keyword, what is required? Is it going to be listicle type, how-to type, or what? And if it is like a listicle, how we should approach it. So we would try to look at every possible angle in terms of intent and try to come up with something better. So that's a general overview of the on page on how I approached it. After that, we also moved to the off page optimizations. So for the off page of the website, the client has been running Google and Facebook ads along the side of me doing SEO. So that overall helped build and grow the brand signals, right? So as a client, run Google and Facebook ads, that also helped build them overall brand searches, brand signal, and user engagement over time. And as I've mentioned a lot of many times on my channel and on my website, user engagement and brand signals are some of the biggest, if not the biggest, ranking signal there is, right? So making sure that you incorporate branding and you run ads, you create brand awareness around your website is going to help you protect your website in the long run against any of these algorithm updates. Apart from that, other off-page activities, SEO activities that I did were things such as listing the website with consistent name, address, phone number on relevant medical directories. So, registered on a bunch of these medical directories, and also, list out the client website name, address, and phone number. And also build some high quality and relevant backlinks through guest postings. So some guest posting backlinks were made along with some PBNs or private blog network in a very strategic way. So again, there's a way of how I use PBNs and all that. Not just using them as tier 2, but also tier 1 as well in some ways and shape or form. So again, this is not something that I go talk about a lot in publicly, but just let you know that PBNs are still working, and you also need some guest posts to help build the relevance as well. PBN is for power and authority, guest posts for relevance and trust, right? Overall, we didn't build a lot of links as the client were having a lot of brand signals already generated, and combined with the strong on-page and topical relevance that we built over time, these were enough to help the website skyrocket in the ranking and survive past many Google algorithm updates. So here, as you can see, this is the end of the campaign. As you can see, after about 7 months of working on the website, it's been growing ever since. And here's the data compared last 3 months to the previous 3 months, as you can see here. So a tremendous improve in numbers. So I can also do this, and I can do like a comparison here, last 3 months to previous 3 months. Again, you can see the numbers has skyrocketed tremendously, right? As you can see here. So that's pretty much it in terms of the project. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comment section, and I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. And if you're looking for SEO coaching or SEO service, feel free to reach out to me as well, and we can discuss if we are a good fit to work together. That's all for it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.